Welcome, everyone. TaxBandits presents Plan Ahead How to Prepare Now for Filing Season Success.
We are your webinar host. My name is William. I am a TaxBandits customer support specialist.
My name is Desmond. I'm also a TaxBandits customer support specialist.
Today we'll be going over the following topics on preparation for January. Going over how to organize recipients, confirm deadlines, and delegate responsibilities to your team members. Organizing recipients. With this section, we're going to go over an employee versus a contractor, which form is required for both W-2 or 1099, if you have all the necessary recipient information, and which form is going to go to which recipients, what's required for them. Types of recipients that we have listed are employee and contractors. Employees are recipients who are paid in wages. They receive a W-2, and that'll itemize the employee's total annual wages and any withholding that was collected from their paychecks. Contractors would be recipients who've received payments. They may not be directly employed by your company. They can be an individual or another company, and they'll receive a 1099 depending on the type of work that they're doing. This can be things like freelance work, investments, royalties, etc. With all of this information, it's important to have everything that you need from the beginning. You'll need things such as recipient names, their TINs, whether it's a social security number, an employer identification number, address of the recipients, payment amounts for federal and state, depending on what you'll be filing, and any withholding forms, such as the W-9 for 1099 recipients and the W-4 for W-2 recipients.
In this section, we're just going to confirm some deadlines. It's really important to mark your calendars for these specific deadlines to ensure a smooth filing season. We will cover federal filing deadlines, recipient copy deadlines, and state filing deadlines. Understanding these different deadlines will ensure not only compliance with both federal and state laws, but it will also help you avoid penalties and fines from these agencies as well. First off, with federal filing deadlines, some key things to think about is the deadline on a weekday, weekend, or holiday? If it's on a weekend or a holiday, usually the filing deadline will be pushed to that next business day. And also, does your recipient need a copy before or by the filing deadline? And also, it helps you set internal deadlines within your company or firm to ensure that you meet these federal deadlines as well. Next up, we have our recipient copy deadlines. Is the filing deadline and the recipient copy deadline on the same day, or is it on 2 different days? This is key information that you'll need to know before you start filing. And also, keep in mind on how you want to distribute your recipient copies. Do you want to opt in for postal mailing or online access to an electronic form for your recipient, or do you prefer to handle the form distribution yourself? It's important to keep track of recipient copy deadlines, which will allow your employees and contractors to file their own personal tax returns on time. And last up, we have state filing deadlines. Much like with the recipient copy deadlines, is it the same deadline as the federal? And what is needed from these state filing deadlines and from these state filings? You'll need a state ID or any reconciliation forms depending on your state. These state deadlines can differ significantly from the federal ones and may change annually. Always verify the specific date with your official state revenue department or agency.
Last, we'll go over delegating responsibilities, determining tasks in team, to gather the information and update information, and then assign roles within your system. With determining your tasks in team, it's important to know who is a trusted team member who can handle sensitive information. They should understand the filing system that you're using, understand the importance of security and handling of sensitive information, and know how to communicate with the recipients. Oftentimes, people will have different situations where someone may have a different name or they're harder to get in contact with. And so you'll need somebody who knows how to directly communicate with those recipients and someone who's well versed in the filing system and knows how to enter the information and make sure that information can be updated and is stored securely. You or your team member should also ensure that you have the following information. As we said before, having the W-4s and W-9s will consolidate a lot of that information. Having any payment information, such as pay stubs, any records from any bookkeeping or payroll services, and then the totals of everything, as well as any reconciliations that you may need for state filing. Once you have all the information together, you'll want to make sure that everything is updated. People and companies can move, names can be changed for marriages, or business names can change. So you want to make sure that that information is updated before you start your filing process. Review items like the payer information, whether the name or EIN has changed or stayed the same. If there's been any changes to TINs and addresses, if anything has been updated there, so you can ensure that not only that your information is correct when you file the forms, but that when you distribute them, they are going to the correct locations. Once you have everything together, make sure that you have your team members entered into your filing system. This ensures that they will have access to do the filing with you or on your behalf, and that they are assigned all of the correct businesses and recipients, so that way they have access to everything that they need to in order to have a successful filing season. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you next time when we discuss more upcoming topics for the filing season.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, you guys.